This is COPA Radio, Johannesburg edition.
All of my people, you're listening to the voice of reason right here at COPA Radio, JHB Mchana Joburg. It's where it's at, man. It's a beautiful Friday, man, and we are about to open the floodgates, Mchana, of Scamto. We'll be talking to you right now, man. We're driving this thing at 180 kilometers speed per hour, but you're listening to your voice of reason, man. I'm not riding this this wave alone. You're gonna have to excuse my tongue, man. It's only getting into the rhythm of things, man. I'm riding this wave with the only guy that's got a radio voice right now. Nathan.
It's be Nathan Satarski right here, but I'm not alone with the radio voicing. You seem to be working this train by yourself perfectly. You wanted to let us know what to expect in today's show?
Yeah, man. Before we tell you what to expect on today's show, man, we've got our Friday Weekend Madness, man. Mendoza, man, has been doing quite well, but it's confirmed Mendoza is not dying from HIV/AIDS, but he was under a serious disease, but cancer, you know. The Kwaito singer's wife Mpho Chabalala told the TMG Entertainment this week that he is doing better after a tough battle with cancer last year. Mpho went on and said that they found out that Mendoza had cancer in May last year, man, but wanted to keep the news under wraps. But according to Sunday World, man, Mendoza confirmed that he has defeated the cancer, Bafetu. So that's just that, you know. We're just laying everything down for you guys just before we tell you what you can expect. But hey, this is now what you can officially expect today on today's show, man. Today, man, we'll be discussing, do you as artists need a recording label to be successful? So you need to stay tuned, you need to be chilling in the smoking area, because we'll be breaking down that, man. We'll be also looking at the new weekly segment, This Week in Music History. Yeah, how's about that for culture? You know, how's about that for culture? And later on, man, today, man, known to me, so our newsreader, man, will be reading us our news, man. Apple Music on course to top 20 million subs this year as the files past 13 million. Stay tuned, man. This is COPA Radio, Bafetu. This is how we're keeping it, man. You're listening to your voice of reason. We're riding this thing at 180 kilometers speed per hour, Mchana. So stay tuned, Bafetu. Relax, sit there in the resource center and relax. Yeah, I wanna learn.
That's right. Just have a good time. Have a great listen, guys. And right now we're going to be introducing a track, TIOTE. Time is of the Essence by J Beats. Let's give this one a listen. Enjoy it. We'll be here for the next remainder of the show, I guess.
Habash.
More bars than Kit Kat, I spit crack with the fiends at. Yeah, I got just what it takes, and that's something that y'all rappers lack. More bars than Kit Kat, I spit crack with the fiends at. Yeah, I got just what it takes, and that's something that y'all rappers lack. Time is of the essence, I ain't got time for no comments or no suggestions. Take that. More bars than Kit Kat, I spit crack with the fiends at. Yeah, I got just what it takes, and that's something that y'all rappers lack. Time is of the essence, I ain't got time for no comments or no suggestions. Look, I'm a legend before the prime, a killer before the crime, a big before the dying. Got me writing rhymes over time, so I can shine and my sound can last a lifetime. Lyrics illmatic, the game about to be mine, cause the flow stays scorching. Caution, this the type of rhymes a brother gets all lost in. I'm a stone cold stunner, word to Steve Austin. Black skin, but the soul gold, it's so foreign. Flossing, now I don't do it often. If you against me, I leave a MC slaughtered. Time is of the essence, so watch the come up. I'm about to rise and shine like the sun up. More bars than Kit Kat, I spit crack where the fiends at. Yeah, I got just what it takes, and that's something that y'all rappers lack. Time is of the essence, I ain't got time for no comments or no suggestions. Take that. More bars than Kit Kat, I spit crack where the fiends at. Yeah, I got just what it takes, and that's something that y'all rappers lack. Time is of the essence, I ain't got time for no comments or no suggestions. Take that. When the going gets tough, the tough get going. Traveling back and forth, the wheels stay rolling. Traveling to the sky, my brother stay rolling. Call me the third son, yeah, my soul stays glowing. You people aren't ready for JBs to start blazing. Lyrics 2G, no relation to the Masons. Figure it out, I'll body your work if you kill the positive vibes. Don't try and test it, like a killer in the night I take lives. Don't try and test me, hide your eyes. I'm trying to get inside the thighs, because you wouldn't want to kiss in your goodbyes. Hold up, starving artists, load of 16, do the math. Any words before you pass? More bars than Kit Kat. I spit crack where the fiends at. Yeah, I got just what it takes, and that's something that y'all rappers lack. Time is of the essence. I ain't got time for no comments or no suggestions. More bars than Kit Kat. I spit crack where the fiends at. Yeah, I got just what it takes, and that's something that y'all rappers lack. Time is of the essence. I ain't got
Beats with Time is of the Essence. Great song, great guy. He's actually studying here at COPA Johannesburg, making great songs. So guys, if you want to hear your song on the radio, email it to musicpta@copasa.co.za. That's musicpta@copasa.co.za. Just get your music on the radio station. We'll give it a listen, put on the green light, play it here, of course inform you. But guys, really get your music out there.
And yeah, man, don't forget to also put in your biography, man. We need to be telling the people who you are, what you are, and what you literally can do.
That's
China.
right.
Yeah,
Very
man.
true. And also, guys, don't forget to find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And don't forget to abuse the hashtag #COPA Radio and #COPA Artist if you put on anything to do with you playing music, you just singing, basically anything to do with COPA, you put it on there and we'll promote it. Abuse the hashtags.
And yeah, man, do not forget, companions, that there is COPA gear. You know, this is that if you want to buy equipment, you want to sell equipment, man, bring your good equipment. I almost said something else. Bring your good equipment in, man. And hey, man, COPA's got good deals, man. I saw a good MIDI control going for 250. Isn't that a bargain?
So that's
like a bargain. There's like good speakers, PA systems that are going at like 1,600, man. So if you're around the campus today, man, COPA JHB, make your way to the COPA gear, man, and see what is it that you can grab, man.
That's right. Now, to our discussion, question of, I think, the century for musicians is, do artists today need a record label to be successful? So what do you think about that?
Look, man, it's without no fear or doubt, Baba, that we are living in different times. You know, the internet came through, and the internet became a game changer.
Yeah,
you know,
definitely
so
changed everything.
it's a 50-50. You know what I'm trying to say? It is a 50-50. I personally feel that you can survive with a record label, and you can also survive without a record label as an independent artist.
Sure.
You know, here are some of the things some of the facts that we can just put out there based on these questions. They say traditionally record labels rely on CD sales to generate income, but sales have been declining since the early 2000s, but it says here as well, sales of recording music on physical media in South Africa is shrinking faster than the average global decline. So it's a fact. Record labels rely on hard copies, and globally, universal, they are declining. And South Africa is pinpointed as one of the countries that are declining fast. So this means that all the artists that are signed to record labels, they are not experiencing what we call green pastures, right? They say CD sales, which make up the bulk of physical recording music sold in South Africa, shrunk from, now this, guys, you need to be aware, it shrunk from 5.9 million units, and this was in 2012.
Sure.
And to 12.2 million in 2013. So it's bad. So now again, I'm gonna pose the question: do you, as a recording artist, as a young artist, do you need a recording label to survive with those status that just went out? You know, it says here prominently due to the peer-to-peer file sharing. Like, I know I'm a victim of such. You know, we download, we share, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, WhatsApp. You know, it says that piracy and lack of customer interest, this has become one of the supporting factors to the failure of recording labels.
But then do you think that without a record company, it would be a bit of a difference for you? Because you'd be facing that same persecution, just it would be a bit worse, because now you don't have record labels to back you up with that now. Yeah, you don't have a safety net, if I can call them.
Yeah, you know what I honestly think? I think that the record label, as much as it is experiencing these negative effects, I honestly feel that the record label might have some other connections that you might not be able to reach as 100%. An individual. Because it goes without saying that getting information from the music or the entertainment industry is a hustle. They do say that it's a cat eat cat or dog eat dog kind of world.
100%.
You know what I'm trying to say? It says here that today's fans can buy the singles they want as opposed to paying more for a full album.
Yeah.
Fact, I can now produce a song and just quickly upload it
As a
and
single.
sell it for like 3 rand.
iTunes, it goes for about 7 rand for a song.
You know?
You don't need to buy the whole album anymore. So you save quite a bit of money instead of buying 150 rand for an album when you only like one song on the CD,
You know?
which is it's a bit of an issue. It does beat with tradition and the whole record collection and CD collections. I know when I was growing up, we had a whole tray of CD collections and they would just be on the shelf and it would look pretty. But today, when you go into a house, you don't see CD collections, you don't see the cassettes, you don't see any of that, which is a whole change in culture and tradition, and it's just a whole change on actually us as a generation. We're moving more into an electronic and more of a less materialism, but more of a how do I say, virtual reality world.
You know,
if I can say that.
As I did start where I'm gonna quote myself when I started on today, man. I said that the internet has changed the game completely. The internet has changed the game completely. It is one of the supporting factors that the recording labels are doing so badly in terms of productivity of the hard copies, man. It is here on one of our stats, man. It says nowadays artists can distribute their music on a global scale via the internet. And this is what you just touched on. Recording something and distributing it. And you guys, like we all know now, like you can do almost anything on our social networks, you know.
True.
You know, I think your music trends faster on social media than what recording labels would do back then. You know what I'm trying to say?
True. And also now with the internet coming in, I remember there's another story growing up. I would see all these rappers being like hawkers, if I can say that, with their tables on the side of the road and their CD there and they're selling it. Which, good for them. They're getting out there, but with the internet these days, we can put our music on Facebook, put our music on YouTube, put our music anywhere and anyone will listen to it. So if you guys have any questions and just any comments about it, be sure to put it on our social media with the hashtag COPA Radio. You have another point to share with us, Nebo?
Yeah, man. It says here nowadays, artists don't have to rely on record labels to showcase their worldwide. Like, again, this is another factor that the internet is bringing, man. It is giving us the platform to showcase and market ourselves on a global scale. You know, which was work that was supposedly done by the recording labels.
Yeah.
Then it poses a question again, do I really like, in the times that we're living in, do we really need recording labels to survive or to be successful artists?
I think it would be a thing unto each his own. A lot of people, they don't have time to be working and plowing the fields. Like how I've said earlier many times in previous shows, where record labels, they've already went there, they've made the connections, they've networked, they've in a way plowed the fields already, planted the seeds, and now they just need to harvest. Whereas you, coming in as your independent artist, you're gonna go there, you're gonna have to now make your connections, you're gonna have to do all this hard work, and that's gonna cut into your time when you could be just making music. So if you get a record label, they do the work, you make the music, it's a lot quicker than you having to get a part-time job, paying rent, making some music, and plowing the fields to get your name out there, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, man. And again, it falls down to you.
Yeah.
It depends on what you want. You know, there's that whole circle of the music. You know, whereby it I know I'm not gonna go into detail with it now, but it goes without fact. You know, the record label always is viable or responsible for 50% of the songs that you produce. Maybe that's why you don't need a recording label.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? Because now that is again for developing artists or artists in general, that is a huge contributing factor.
Yeah.
You composed the song, you most probably recorded the song, but because the recording label offered finance and recording space, they are responsible for 50% of your work.
And they take the money, but now a thing as well, a positive thing, if I can say that, is the whole thing on now you get to choose your session artist. I've heard of many solo artists. They go out there, they have a hit song, and when they want to record it, they get their pick of all the session artists, and they get the best of the best, and that just helps them put their name out there even more. So if they didn't have these connections and these opportunities, their song might not have been the hit that it was. So record companies, they weren't the creative people in this matter, but they were the connective people. So honestly, I don't know. Do we need a record label? Do we not? Guys, hit us up on social media, hashtag COPA Radio. What do you guys think? Do I need a record label to make it, or do I not?
Yeah, man, and when we come back, we'll be looking at the advantages of record labels. Look, to a bad side, there's always a good side, man. I think that's just how life works. But before that, man, let me introduce a boy that we all love. We guys have seen him. He's a hipster. He's a cool person. He's a dope producer. He goes by the name of Zenda McPherson, man. He says, "Why are you green?
Why are you green?
Why are you green?"
Question of my life. Why are we green?
Where we start recording. I think we've already started. This right here, ladies and gentlemen, is my cue. Now I'm just gonna say a whole lot of shit just like you, cause I too am just like you, and you just like me, and we all just like God. Amazing how it all connects and comes together and makes this full picture that you would have never seen had you looked through your own eyes. I mean, you have to see it through the eyes of other people. It's just one of those things in this life we live. We make mistakes, but we keep on going. We stand up. We sit down.
And now you're listening to what I'd like to call the smash, man. We're driving this thing 180 kilometers speed per hour, man. I'm not riding this hot steel alone, man. I'm riding it with the one and only. I'd like to give this guy the honors of calling him the voice of radio.
The voice of radio, my goodness. Yeah. That is a beautiful title. So thank you.
Yeah, man, it is. It is a Friday, man, and it's a beautiful one, man. The weather, man, is at 22 namhlanje. There's no rain. It's still the dry season, and I know it's a dry season for a lot of ladies and guys out there. And man, the speed wind Today, just for today, the speed wind is riding at 13 kilometers speed per hour. So, Bafetu, we are on a good weekend starter. So, man, prepare yourself, go out there, man, be cool, be fresh, and party hard. You know, well, we're continuing with our discussion today. Do artists today need record labels to be successful? Nathan.
Do they? So we have a few points here. It says, have the funding and resources to establish an artist's career quicker. So that's what record labels have. They have the funding, they've got the resources. Basically, it would be like, in a way, they'd become your father in the music industry, and you just go to them, Daddy, this is what I want, this and that. Obviously, this love isn't unconditional.
Yeah, man, or they are the sharks. Yeah, or they are the sharks. What are the resources? Let's look at the basics, because a lot of people, you might be chilling there in the resource center or at the chill area or in the smoking area, and you're wondering, what are the resources we're looking at? Recording resources. You know, they'll offer you that. They'll offer you a proper marketing platform. They offer that resource, a marketing person to market your music.
Example, imagine this. They offer you, we'll have your photo on the billboard of the highway tomorrow. Would you say no to that?
You know, these are the kind of questions that you need to be asking yourself if you really want to take on the music career alone as an individual, as an independent artist, man. All right. Having various specialty departments that can cater for an artist in their need. You know, these are the other departments: marketing, administration, PR, right? The tea lady or the coffee lady, transport guy.
It's true.
This is what the recording label can offer. This is what the recording label can offer for you guys. So let's think about it, weigh about it. I want to be an artist, I want to be independent, I'm trying to cut off the recording labels. Can I offer myself these things, and at what capacity? You know what I'm trying to say?
Now, you see, the thing about musicians, what I've noticed about a lot of us is our organizing skills are not that great. Most of us are like that. And so to be your own manager, to be your own publisher, to be your own all of these things, it's a bit of a growing up stage for us to go through. And so that's why a lot of us just give up halfway or get lazy, because being creative it takes a toll on your admin side, whereas the record companies are in it for that. So that is a bit of a situation. If you're a musician and you feel you can be organized, by all means go be independent, but don't do half a job, because the record companies will not do half a job. So when weighing out your options, decide, am I actually capable of looking after myself and making it for myself, or am I going to give up halfway? Maybe I should sign with this record company. Sure, they may take us a percentage of my money, but it's better than making nothing and giving up halfway.
Another thought, Buffett, to think about as artists, man. You need to think, look, recording labels have got connections. Like they have worked with a lot of publishers that you might have not even worked with before. Yep. They know who is the right kind of publisher to publish your music, and who is that guy that you should not be connected with. So basically what I'm trying to say to you is that recording labels have got all the hidden connections. Yep. Like I stated before, that it's a cat eat cat, dog eat dog kind of world, man. It's not all information that will be at your disposal. You know what I'm trying to say? And now again, with the connections, they know how to network with their connections and make the proper deals. You know what I'm trying to say? With proper references. Now what you need to ask yourself as an artist is, would I be able to get a proper publishing deal? Again, would I be able to have a proper compiler to play my music on radio? You know what I'm trying to say? It is cool to rely on internet, but internet alone cannot put you in the platform where you are. And besides, but a recording label adds value.
It does.
You know, a record label has a way, because they've worked with a lot of artists before, they have a way of making sure that you're not just any other artist, because the trap, we are in the highway. There's a lot of artists, but it takes a certain few people. You know, a record label can make you stand out in terms of quality and value.
Right now we're on a highway, we're in a traffic jam, and everyone wants to get to that same location. Only a few of us can, and those record labels pick us out the traffic, put us in the location, and it's instantly like that, unless you're willing to drive all the way by yourself. Like Nebo, like how you were saying, internet isn't enough. Sure, you can become an internet sensation, great stuff. Eventually you do have to give in. unless of course you make your own record company or whatever it may be. But to get your stuff big out there, like all of those, if I can say, mainstream artists, Kanye West, Jay-Z, all those big stars, they are signed, whether it be to their own record company or not, or they started their own one. So perhaps that's what you could do.
Yeah, I think that's a nice approach. You know what? You guys, like right now, we are at Campus of Performing Arts Johannesburg, right?
100%.
We are here to get all the information. And we are here to be sorted, right? Now, I'd say go to a recording label and apply the information now that you have gotten from Campus of Performing Arts, you know?
Yeah.
Take that as a proper platform to see how things are properly done. Because sometimes you have this information, but you don't know how to apply them practically.
Exactly.
You know what I'm trying to say? And now when you're out there in the big bad world, a recording label will give you a nice introduction to how the industry is run, you know? And now you can apply all that information nicely and say, okay, this is what I need to do practically in order for me to get a nice publishing deal, in order for me to get a nice person who's gonna master my music. You know what I'm trying to say?
100%.
So, but it's a 50-50. Do you, again, I pose the question, do you as an artist need a recording label to succeed? Now that we have exposed the negative and the positive sides of being signed to a record label.
Yeah, and also another thing people need to understand is a lot of people see record companies as like the bad guys or the evil people, but in the end, it's just people that need to make money. I scratch your back, you scratch my
mine.
back,
Yeah.
and that's how the industry works, and that's how things in life work. If I do something for you, you do something for me, whether knowing or unknowingly, but that's how life works. And these people aren't bad guys. They've gotten to the top for a reason, not for giving things away for free and not for giving cheap deals. And the connections they have, they can pay those people. How can they pay them? Because of all the money they're making off of the other artists. So you know what? By ripping you off, they may actually be helping you in some obscure, strange way. But in the end, it's good for you in some cases.
Yeah, man. And look, guys, recording labels, it goes without no saying. They are dodgy record labels.
Yeah.
Again, you as an artist, you need to do your research, man. You need to do your background search, you know? Find out what the recording label has done and what's their top artist and how's it doing now. Is the record label following the trends? You know what I'm trying to say? Because again, record labels have a tendency of being dodgy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? There's a lot of record labels that we've known that have ripped. I mean, like I can off the top of my head, I can tell you about Lyra.
Yeah.
You know, Lyra too. Before we see Lyra now as an icon, as a big international artist, but she herself, I mean, I'm quoting her, has stated that she has been ripped off or raped by the music industry. You know what I'm trying to say? And unfortunately, they say that these artists that have gone under this, they say that you cannot avoid it. You cannot avoid it. It's just like you say, you scratch my back, I scratch your back. You know what I'm trying to say? It depends, again, solemnly up to you as an artist. Where are you trying to go as an artist and why are you doing what you're doing?
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? Do your background search and fly with it, man.
Because the last thing you want to do is tie your goods to a dead horse and then expect to go somewhere, because you won't go anywhere. So, and of course, read the contract and read it well. And if you can't read it, get a lawyer or a music lawyer or a business lawyer. Anyone to read it and let you know exactly what you're getting yourself into, lest you be tricked by big words and promises of great things, but rather just actually, you know what, go out there, read the contract. I don't have to tell you, you guys already know. You've been to COPA, you've been learning business class, you've been becoming smarter. But anything else that you want to add before we go into the next track?
Yeah, man, look, again, I'm going to tell you about a signed artist, you know, aka we all love, we all know him. He's the baddest Timo, he's that colored nigga that kills it, you know, he's that guy. He has confirmed, it is confirmed that his second studio album has received platinum certification after selling over 40,000 copies. Look, if you don't believe me, it states here that he went on to Twitter and the man himself officially announced that he is now eating the platinum goods. You know what I'm trying to say? This again, look, he's a signed artist. He doesn't own his masters. He's a signed artist under a record label, and just look where he is. Another question, can you get 40,000 copies sold as an independent artist? My question is, as I close off, do you need an artist you need a recording label to survive as an artist today.
That's true. Now the next track will be DJ 40, The Way Love Goes.
And I should state, man, she's featuring one of our beautiful voices, man, and I'd like to give a shout out to her. She is sick. Dendi Mashiane, the voice that runs faster than Caster Semenya.
I wanna be with you forever and ever. 'Cause the feeling that I have is beyond measure. 'Cause it's beyond any explanation. I need your warm embrace. Oh, time and time again. It's the way love goes. The way we treat one's heart. No, I can take it no more. I can take it no more. You cannot be with me.
Dindy, one of our DJs here in the place. That is The Way Love Goes. Great song. This is Nathan Satarsky back with you on the radio. Right now we're going to go into This Week in Music History. Yay! Alright, so let's see. On May the 4th, 1967, the Jimi Hendrix Experience appeared on UK TV's Top of the Pops performing Purple Haze. During afternoon rehearsals for the show, Mick Jagger pops into the studio to see Hendrix. That's pretty cool. In the year 2000, Metallica were demanding online music service. Napster cut off 335,000 users who they claimed had been illegally trading their songs. The band had passed on the names of all those they considered to be stealing their material over the internet in the latest development in an ongoing battle over the protection of music copyrights on the web. That's pretty interesting. That's a bit harsh of a band to do to their fans, but Latoya, what do you have for the 5th of May?
I have May 5th. In 1956, Elvis Presley scored his first US #1 single, and the album When Heartbreak Hotel went to the top of the charts. Heartbreak Hotel became his first million seller and was the best-selling single of 1956. Now check this out, right?
Yeah.
The lyrics were based on a newspaper article about the suicide of a lonely man who jumped from a hotel window.
That's pretty hectic.
That's actually pretty hectic. That's, wow, I don't know how I feel about that. And then in 1963, on a recommendation by George Harrison, Dick Rowe, head of A&R at Decca Records, and the man who turned down the Beatles, went to see the Rolling Stones play at Crawdaddy Club in London. The band was signed to the label within a week.
And that's amazing. We all know today Rolling Stones is one of the most successful bands out there, and they've been around the longest. Sorry, I didn't introduce our little colleague there, Honey Molasses. She'll be on some of the other shows. She's just reading the 5th of May today in music history. So the 6th of May in 1965, in their Clearwater, Florida hotel room, Mick Jagger and Keith Richards worked out the opening guitar riff of I Can't Get No Satisfaction. I'm sure you guys all know that song. Great track. Following Richards' purchase of a Gibson Fuzzbox earlier that day, the song is considered to be one of the all-time greatest rock songs ever recorded. In 2004, Rolling Stones magazine placed Satisfaction in the 2nd spot on its list of the 500 greatest songs of all time. So imagine that. You just go buy a new amp, you're with your buddy, let's just jam a bit, ja, you just wrote the 2nd best song in the world. Amazing. I think that's pretty cool. I need to buy amps more often, I think, if that's what it comes to. And then 6th of May again, in 1978, the soundtrack to Saturday Night Fever started an 18-week run at -- 1 on the UK album chart. Also #1 in the US, the album, which features 7 Bee Gees songs, went on to sell over 30 million copies worldwide. Now that is pretty hectic. We know the Bee Gees for the falsetto and all the awkward sounds, a bunch of guys that sing like girls. Great music though, 100%. I love those guys to bits. It was a bit awkward at first
Wait.
when listening to them. Speak your mind, Honey Molasses.
Why would you say the Bee Gees sound like females?
Have you heard the Bee Gees?
I actually have. My dad has like a wide range of music that
Yeah.
he's been playing, so I feel like you just said the Bee Gees sound like a woman.
Well, a lot of the earlier stuff with the Bee Gees, they had 3 vocalists, right?
Yes.
I think they were cousins and brothers and all. And one of them, he was hectic with vibrato. He had this vibrato and he had a deepish voice, almost deepish, but it was a manly voice. Okay? And he had that, and he sang, and it was good. But then as time progressed, falsetto became the thing, and he took the back seat, another one took the front seat. All of a sudden, Bee Gees, falsetto, bam, hit after hit after hit. And that's why, I mean, I'm sure they're okay with me saying they sounded like women, but it was good. Hey, I mean, great woman.
If they're like manly men, I feel like they'll be very offended with the fact that you're calling them a woman.
No, I'm not calling them. I mean, they had beards, so they are definitely manly men. They had beards. I saw all of them having beards, and one of them actually passed away. It's a shame. He had prostate cancer, but I mean, they are men, guaranteed, and good-looking men. Do you want me to say that as well?
I didn't say that.
Main thing is, Bee Gees are, if we can say, rock stars,
Yeah,
but
they
in
actually
the
really are.
R&B kind of world,
Yeah.
because they did quite a bit, and we can see in the 70s with all that "Staying Alive." You know, I'm not gonna sing it, but I can't hit those notes. Soya, you wanna sing a little bit of "Staying Alive" for us?
Sorry, what?
Huh?
What, huh? Yeah,
Okay, maybe
I'm
later.
not a singer.
Anyway, so you all know that song, and what is that man? John Travolta. He was in this Saturday Night Fever,
Yes.
and he went there. He did his dance moves, beautiful stuff. He in Pulp Fiction, he does a few of those dance moves as well. So he's there. He was in his prime. He's singing songs, doing great things, basically. And yeah, and that's what happened. 6th of May, they made it to the tops. But the 5th of May, that track about Heartbreak Hotel.
Yeah.
My goodness. So a while back, a few years back, I actually had that song on repeat after a little incident with the lady. And I mean, I wasn't gonna go check into a hotel room and kill myself, but I mean, me and that song go way back.
So
Like-
you had it on repeat. Were you
I had
crying
it
in
on
a
repeat.
corner at that time?
I
Or
don't want to talk about that. It's
believe-
not
I
important.
think all the people
What I
would
was
really
doing in
like
the
to
corner is
know.
not important. Nobody needs to know what
Look,
happened.
it's okay to talk about these things. Maybe you were crying in a corner and you felt sorry for yourself. Like, oh my gosh, she broke up with me
What makes you think she broke up with me? What if I broke up with her? What if I left her?
because you had the song on repeat
I
and
could-
it was Heartbreak Hotel. I don't think dumpers really like sit in a corner and cry.
Didn't cry. I shed some tears. There's a huge difference, and they were manly tears as well.
They're meant
Um,
to. I believe you. I believe you.
Please,
I really
please
do.
believe me,
No, it's okay.
and all you listeners out there as well, believe me, okay?
I'm
And co-
here for you.
And if you don't, I was in grade 10, okay? I was a 16-year-old boy, okay? Come on, cut me some slack. But now, let's just get the next song ready. This is a band called the Ceramics. We'll be playing a song called "You're All Right." Local band, one of the guitarists actually. My brother, he goes to COPA, so they'll be playing tomorrow night at Smugglers. If you guys want to check it out, tomorrow night, which will be the 7th of May, they'll be playing, as well as on the 8th at Geek Fest at 10 a.m. So just be sure to check them out. This is the Ceramics. You're all right. Cheers, guys. Great listening.
I
Shane Satoski on lead guitar. Yay, give him a hand. Anyway, right now I'll be queuing in the news with Nanda Miso. Let's hear what she has to say to us.
Good afternoon. This is Nondumiso Zwane reporting live your music industry news. Apple Music is on course to top 20 million subscribers this year as it flies past 13 million. Apple Music gained 1 million subscribers both in January and February this year. Last we heard from SVP, EDQ, the platform's subscribers went above 11 million 2 months ago. Apple CEO Tim Cook said in an earnings call yesterday, Apple Music continues to grow in popularity with over 13 million paying subscribers today. We feel really great about the early success of Apple's first subscription business, and our music revenue has now hit an inflection point after many quarters of decline. In the past few months, Apple has upped its marketing might, announcing a Taylor Swift advert and exclusive releases from OVO, Sound Synges, DVSN, and the label owner himself. Drake, whose fourth album, Views, will be released on Apple Music this Friday. Additionally, new albums from Coldplay, The 1975, Gwen Stefani, and A Future, and Drake's mixtape have all been held from Spotify for a period of time after release, but appeared on Apple Music on day one. According to IFPI's Global Music Report in 2016, an estimated 68 million people paid for a music subscription worldwide last year. The figure is up from 41 million in 2014 and 8 million when data was first compiled in 2010. Since first arriving on June 30th last year, Apple Music has launched in 113 countries. It's now available in 58 markets, in which Spotify is not, including Russia, China, India, and Japan. Spotify has more than 30 million paying subscribers worldwide, up from 20 million in June 2015, and therefore it's growing at a similar rate to Apple Music. Those were your music industry news reported to you live by Nondumiso Zwane. Enjoy the rest of your day.
You mentioned something about the whole thing on Drake's CD being
Yeah.
withheld, and that could have been a bit of a clever scheme they had there.
Well, I feel like Spotify is a competitor to Apple Music, but
Definitely.
they're a bit back. So,
Yeah.
you know what? Apple Music is still going number one, but Spotify is coming up very strong.
Very strong, but Apple, the thing about Apple is they are so big with their phones,
Yeah.
with their laptops, with their everything, and with iTunes as well.
Sure.
They basically own the dance floor, and
They actually do.
Spotify is whatever they are. They're going onto the dance floor, and they're gonna try and take over the turf. But it's
Yes.
gonna be pretty tough, and they're gonna have to do a bit of work. Even though I think were they there before Apple?
Yes, they were.
You see, now these guys, veterans in the business, and Apple is still in the lead. I don't know if there's hope for them. Maybe, I don't want to say give up, but they are still making money and they are still supporting
Yeah,
themselves.
and you know what? It's healthy to have competition. So if they keep pushing, who knows? Maybe one day they'll be above Apple
Exactly,
Music.
the last
so
thing
they
we
must
want.
just continue and push.
Precisely. Last thing we want is a monopoly where Apple is the
Yeah.
only one making money
Owning
off it.
everything.
Next, we'll be charged $50 for one song.
Imagine that.
Honestly,
That's not on.
I don't want that at all. See if they
Yeah.
come in here. Well, that's very good. Thanks. That was the news with Nondumiso Zwane. You're here with Nathan Satoski, and this is Johannesburg Campus Radio. Next, we'll be playing a track by Josh the I Am called Known. But guys, also keep in mind, if you have any comments or anything, be sure to use hashtag COPA Artist or hashtag COPA Radio. Don't be shy. Abuse the hashtags. This is Joshua the I Am with Known. Enjoy, guys.
Yeah. Power trip, sometimes powerless. Silent for an hour, now we feeling like we cowards. And and I've been doing things that I can't say that I am proud of. I'm just hoping we ain't dead, so I just don't believe in flowers. You the girl I've been waiting my whole life for. We going through some things that nobody can give advice for. Name a price for your soul and I will purchase. Picture perfect moments, but I'm guessing that they worthless, cause I don't know. See, lately I've been thinking about what it is we are, and where do we go from here, girl? Say I don't even know. Say I don't even know. Oh, no. So I said and she said and we say that we don't know. Oh no, but let's grow. Plus I bet my mom's loves you more than me. And when you in my arms, girl, that's where I'm trying to be. Ooh, we for eternity. What's an anniversary? Don't take it personally, I curse and things are hurting me. We fit together like some puzzle pieces. And I know I broke your heart into 1,000 pieces, but I'ma put that back together with no missing pieces. And I'm just hoping in the end we have a perfect picture. Yo, I admit it, and I'm apologetic. It's so easy to lose, but it's so hard to get it, man. Just give me credit where it's due. I always thought you can't get hurt for something you never knew. Like, I don't know. See, lately I've been thinking about what it is we are, and where do we go from here, girl? Say, I don't even know. Say, I don't even know. Oh, no. So I said and she said, and we say that we don't know. Oh no, but let's grow.
And thanks for listening, guys. We want to say a reminder to all our audiences to check us out on social media. That is COPA SA on Facebook, and on Twitter is COPA_SA by using our hashtag COPA Radio. That is hashtag COPA Radio, and that is Twitter COPA_SA, and on Facebook COPA SA. It is the same Twitter hashtag, which is _SA. COPA_SA rather on Instagram. And students can also submit their music to COPA Radio for our playlist, which is on Music PTA. Music PTA at copasa.co.za. That is Music PTA at copasa.co.za. I feel like that rhymes. And if you guys don't remember it, we're going to say it again all together. Music PTA at copasa.co.za. That's right. That is myself at Honey Molasses signing out to you guys. Guys, want to say last words?
Yeah. Bafetu, we dropped this thing 180 kilometers speed per hour. Bafetu, it's never signing out. Bafetu, I've been chilling with Nathan and Honey Molasses. Bafetu, it has been fresh. The Scamto hour for me is officially over.
Excellent stuff. And this was, like he said, Nathan Satarski. Great to have you guys. Great for you guys to have listening to us. We'll be seeing you guys later next week. Be sure, don't be shy to put your comments on the page. Have a great Friday. Have a great week. Hugs and kisses.